It's one of a handful of unicorns from Taiwan, a billion-dollar business before going public. The artificial intelligence-driven company Appier has blazed the trail in a field Taiwan is not really known for, software. We'll be speaking to the company's CEO and co-founder Chih-Han Yu to find out what it takes to build a software giant in Taiwan, the challenges ahead in generative AI, and what AI startups can take away from his journey. I'm Divya Gopalan, and this is Connected on Taiwan Plus. Chih-Han Yu is the CEO and co-founder of Appier, whose marketing AI technology serves nearly 2,000 businesses around the world. It was the first Taiwanese company to list on the Tokyo Stock Exchange in more than 20 years. Chih-Han, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to have you on the program.
Thank you so much, Divya, for inviting me.
I want to start with this, and it's quite a big statement. Appier has been called the next TSMC in software. Quite a big indictment from the Minister of Science and Technology. What's your take on that? Is that a fair comparison?
Indeed, it's actually a big statement, and also we feel humble about such a statement. I think Appier, we are scoring very fast and very rapidly, but we still have a long way to go to become a world dominant player like TSMC. Definitely a great role model to grow from Taiwan or Asia Pacific region and into the global dominance. So we were established roughly 12 years ago as a company focused on AI for marketing. And we utilize our very vast technology and also great differentiator in the marketing space in terms of product design and data advantage, as well as our go-to-market strategies. So gradually, we are still in the path of growing to a big company that eventually we want to become.
Right, and speaking of that, aside from listing on the Tokyo Stock Exchange in 2021, what would you say would be the other main turning point for Appier to make it the company it is today?
It's quite a journey. Appier originally was a living room startup. Literally, we were just a few graduate students in AI space, and we have a lot of passion. And then we feel like the great technology like AI hasn't been really utilized in a real world scenario. So we felt motivated to really have AI impact the world. So we started a company from the team 2011 and also started a company 2012. That was very early on, before even anyone start noticing about the importance of AI. And I think the first turning point is that we have gone through 8 times of pivot of different ideas. And some of the ideas were not, back then, were not a great idea, but now it also became a very important business for other companies. But eventually, through 8 times of pivot, in the 9th idea, we actually found that AI can be very powerful and also very influential in the marketing space. And then I think that was a first turning point. And second, also I think back in 2014, that was the first time we received institutional funding from Sequoia Capital, the world #1 or leading venture capital. And we were first a company that invest in the region. And that was also first time for us to also start from a regional startup, start thinking about how we can grow globally and also manage the company professionally. I think that was also very important turning points. Of course, becoming a public company, as you just mentioned, was also has been also a great journey for us. Actually, we have grown 4 times in the last 4 years as a public company. That actually re-energized us as embark on a new journey and also continue growing to a stronger Appier every day.
4 times in the last 4 years, that's impressive. And I want to go through some of the points you've talked about, going from funding to the different turning points and growth. But before we do that, can we go back to that living room when you were starting the company, when we were going through the different iterations and ideas and bouncing them around? And for startups nowadays, what is the lesson they can take away from that? How did you know that you hit the nail on the head? How did you know that this was the idea we're going to go with?
I have been passionate about AI since I was 20 and been continuously developing in AI field for the last 25 years. And this is probably the only thing field professionally that I love. If it were not such a love, we would not be able to sustain until the turning point of AI. I think that's a number one. And second, build a strong team around you. So I have been fortunate to have great co-founders in the early stage, and each of us complement each other's strength, weakness, and then our strengths combined together, we actually become a strong team. And some people are very good at technical aspects, some people are very good at communication. I think having the trust initial coding is super important because that will also help you to gradually grow into a much bigger trust network of a management team. I think that's the number two. And number three is because I'm from the research and technical background. When we think about things, we always think about technology and then to see how technology can apply to product. Then gradually we think about how these products can go to market. In reality, it's actually in the venture building process. Actually, it's a reverse order. We have to think about market as whether it's big enough for us to that is not worth the time to pursue this path. And then second, we think about whether we can build a product and also differentiate technology that fits such market and needs. So how can we have to turn the technical mindset into a market driven mindset? I think that's also a very important lesson we have learned. And finally, having a great culture will help us in the long run. Because when company grow into a certain stage, we cannot possibly communicate with everyone and also guide everyone how to act, how to think, and how to plan on a daily basis. Having a great culture will help us a very long way. So I think these are very important points that we have learned along the way.
All right, I want to pivot slightly and bring the magnifying glass into the business ecosystem or the tech industry here in Taiwan. Now, although well recognized for its tech engineering and chip industry, Taiwan is less known for its software. Of its 25 global brands, 18 or 3/4 are in the hardware, semiconductors, and manufacturing sectors. Now, contrast that with the 2 global brands in software, Internet of Things, and related industries. Taiwan's top global brands include household names like personal computer maker, Asus, cybersecurity software firm, Trend Micro, and chip designer MediaTek. Chih-Han, as we can see there, there's a huge gap between those hardware companies that have managed to thrive and the software companies that are making a global impact. Going forward into the future, do you see that gap narrowing? Can you see more software companies being listed as global brands?
Although Taiwan have a lot of great hardware company, but we also have a lot of great software engineers, and they have no great company to join. And that's what I actually built our initial team 10 to 11 years ago. We actually brought back a lot of great AI scientists who had to choose to work in hardware company, but when we found a company, they feel so passionate, so happy about that they can finally join a software company that compete with cutting-edge algorithm and also innovation. And with such a great environment, we have been able to attract a lot of great talent to join us. And software really borderless. So as long as you have a great idea, great execution, and you can grow from anywhere. It has proven that many small countries or many corners of the world you had never imagined can actually grow into a software giants. But the very important is that in the local market, there might not be sufficient talent and ready to work talent initially. So it's very important that to have a good training system. And also, secondly, we also leverage the talent specialty across Asia. For example, the business talent from Singapore and great financial talent from Japan, and also great marketing and creativity people from Europe. So really build a global team and leverage strengths from each corner of the world to build a global team.
Speaking of global teams, your latest purchase of AdCreative.ai is also your largest so far, I believe, to the tune of around $38 million earlier this year. What was the logic behind that acquisition?
Yeah, Appier has developed a great suite of products in helping digital marketers to optimize their decision making and bring ROI and also performance, also revenue through marketing. We use AI to make smart decisions for digital marketers or whoever have to do digital marketing, and so as a rational side of the marketing. But around 3 years ago, I started seeing a lot of generative AI technology has become more mature in the video and image generation space. I started thinking that the creativity side of marketing will also soon to be transformed. And so we start looking for creative partners. And as an Appier team, we are scientists by trainings. So we always love to build on top people's great work. And turn out like AdCreative.ai with the product vision that they have and also the team that they have really complement to what we have. One is they have a lot of creativity tools that complement to our performance-based tool that Appier have. So you can think that as a right brand and also left brands, and then combined together, you can actually give a digital marketer a very smart brand, and that's the number one. And second, they have a lot of designer mindset and also social community mindset of talents, and that also complement to our talent sets very well. And third, we have been growing in Asia Pacific region, and then have been growing in Europe region. That actually enlarged our total addressable market geographically through this acquisition. We always to try to find the team and also product and also company that really can complement what we currently haven't had. And that kind of combination can generate a lot of synergy and generate a lot of things that we have never thought of.
Some good lessons there for companies that are looking to grow through acquisition. But to the skeptics out there, using generative AI to create more personalized advertising sounds kind of counterintuitive. How do you hope to bring that into your marketing strategy? Or how do you hope that that will kind of grow into something that clients or those of us on the final end user will actually respond to?
Yeah, in Appier, we are making AI easy by making software intelligence. So basically upgrade from regular marketing software to marketing software agents that can smartly help you make decisions. For example, for a marketer, you always want to show your product and promote to the right people. So the first thing to think is who to show your content to. And then second is when to show it, and then what to show. And then for who to show, I think Appier already have a great technology that can predict the best audience, that can generate best return on investment for our customer in a very predictable way. If we understand that this is the right audience, the right time to show to certain people about some product, maybe we can get from their persona and also their current desire, and then to render the image and show the video that automatically that fit their current mood. For example, this shopper is actually looking for cheap stuff. And the image or creative we show can be focused on how much saving they can achieve by buying this product. If someone is looking for very high-end product at that moment, and we render the image that show that, oh, you can buy this, enjoy these features. So really tailor to the moment. By using Gen AI technology can help you to finish everything within hours. And then customer can also enjoy the marketing content that really fits what they currently mindset and currently what they want.
I have to say that is sending out a few alarm bells here in the production industry. But I guess the key is how to harness the power of AI. And that many would say you were ahead of your time in doing that. And then possibly even ahead of your time in kind of making Taiwan your startup hub. When you look in the rear view mirror, do you see anyone catching up with you? Are there any competitors that you can see that are catching up with you from Taiwan, or is it still a very young ecosystem when it comes to what you're doing?
As an innovator and also as an entrepreneur, we always try to compete with our yesterday of ourselves and become a better version of ourselves every day. So if we continue doing that, we don't need to worry about anyone who will be catching up. And I think as an entrepreneur, usually when I see a new technology or new innovator in the market, usually I feel very excited about that, and to see if there are any great points that we have never thought of. And also at the same time, can we partner with them, and can we actually include them and make us better?